Hey folks, it's Alex here at Hankster's Hot Rods, and we're at the Homer City, PA location with another gorgeous new arrival here. This is our 1968 Chevy Chevelle SS, and it is a true SS. It's finished in a nice deep blue metallic, and you can see it's got the bright work along the rocker panel there, along with all the bright work around your windows. And all that bright work is in good shape, nice and straight and polished up very nice. We'll take a look at the interior on this car. You've got some nice, freshly upholstered seats, both front and rear. You've got a chrome B&M console shifter there. Also, you've got a nice wood grain grip SS style steering wheel. And behind it, you'll find a AutoMeter fully digital gauge cluster, and we'll have pictures of that lit up on the website there so you can see when everything's turned on. It's a very cool touch to this car and this interior. And we'll work our way to the rear. You can look down the side and see that the body lines are nice and straight. And coming to the rear, all of our bright work is in good shape back here. You can see the SS396 emblem in the tail panel there. The trunk lines up very well, left to right and front to back. That rear glass is in good condition. Same with all the trim around it. We'll take a look inside the trunk. The underside's finished in that same deep blue metallic as the exterior. And then for your interior of the trunk, it's the typical spatter finish that GM would do back in the day. And if you look at the condition of that trunk floor, it's all in very good shape. All the correct original stamped steel metal. And I don't see evidence of any patches back here. Everything's very nicely put together. And then that rubber seal around your opening there is soft and pliable. Looking down the passenger side, it's nice and straight as well. You can see the door gaps front to back are nice and even. All the bright work on our passenger side lines up good and is polished up with a nice shine to it. You do have driver and passenger side polished chrome side view mirrors. And we'll take a peek at the interior from our passenger side. I think the black on black interior definitely complements that deep blue exterior very well. It's a very clean and well-kept interior. Of course, you've got your rubber bump stops on the door, and the rubber seal is soft and pliable. Working our way to the front of the vehicle, you'll see the side marker lenses, or the SS396 lenses. And as we come to the front, you'll see that SS396 again in the grille, and all that bright work up front is in very good condition. The hood lines up very well. Windshield is in excellent condition. Same with all the bright work around it. Now let's take a peek under the hood. The underside of your hood, along with your engine bay itself, is finished in a nice gloss black. And for your powertrain, that is a 454 big block Chevy, and paired to it is a Turbo 400 automatic transmission. There are lots of upgrades to speak of with this engine. I guess we'll start from the top. You've got a Holley 750 CFM carburetor there, along with a Spectre dual intake there, a dual filter intake. That's what I was looking for. Also, you've got full MSD modernized electronic ignition. It's got an MSD distributor, MSD blaster coil. You've also got a pair of aluminum heads and a cast aluminum intake. You've got finned polished aluminum valve covers there. A pair of long tube hooker headers. Then you do have power brakes and power steering on this car. Otherwise, you're just going to have a whole lot of cosmetic upgrades. You do have a serpentine belt conversion there with all aluminum pulleys. And things like your power steering pump, your alternator have been chrome plated to add to the appearance of this engine bay. It's a very well put together engine bay. And with that, that should conclude our exterior portion of the video. I would like to remind you guys that if you're looking to make any upgrades, do any upgrades or make any changes to this car or any of the other cars on our website, just feel free to reach out to us and we'll get back to you with a quote on such work. Also, the price that you see listed on the website, that does include our 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty and enclosed shipping to the lower 48 states. Now we'll get this car back on the lift and take a look at the underside. Now we've got the 68 Chevelle up on the lift. We'll do an overview of the underside. Starting up front with your suspension, you've got your factory stamped steel upper and lower control arms. You do have a pair of QA1 adjustable coilover shocks, and those will let you adjust the height of the front end there to your desired height. As far as your brake system, you do have power brakes, disc in the front and the rear, and you do have drilled and slotted discs in the front. You've also got an aluminum radiator up front with an aluminum fan shroud and 2 electric puller fans, and that'll help keep everything nice and cool. You do have an 1.5-inch Ridetech front sway bar, and it looks like it's got polyurethane mount bushings and end link bushings. I can also see we've got some aluminum pulleys up front, and it has been converted to a serpentine belt system, a more modern and reliable belt system there. And we'll work our way back. You can see the condition of the center here, of the floors, the frames, all your cross bracing is solid and straight. I do see evidence of some floor patches that were done in the front, but those have been done properly using the right metal and the proper method. Like I said, your frame rails are nice and straight, so are your pinch welds and rocker panels on both sides. They are laser straight. And the floor leading into the rear of the car all looks original and untouched. All your cross bracing is straight and solid. And you've got that dual 3-inch exhaust that's got a pair of electronic cutouts, and that goes into a pair of Dynomax turbo mufflers. Also, you've got a one-piece aluminum drive shaft there that'll cut down on some of your rotational weight. And overall, the underside's got no undercoating on it, so you can really see the raw condition and just how well taken care of this car is. As for your rear end, that is a 12-bolt POSI unit. It's your GM 8 3/4 rear end, and it's got a 308 gear ratio. As far as your rear suspension goes, you've got an inch-thick sway bar in the rear, along with a full set of adjustable links from UMI Performance. And if I take a look here, you've got some springs from Hyperco, upgraded aftermarket springs there. You've got a finned aluminum rear diff cover from B&M. And you can see that dual 3-inch exhaust comes up and over that rear end and exits out to some tapered polished chrome tips. Looking at the condition of our frame rails and floors coming into the trunk area, everything looks clean and untouched. I don't see any evidence of any patches that were done back here. You can see your quarter panels come down to a nice crisp edge, same with your tail panel there. Like I said, your braking, you've got disc brakes in the back, so 4-wheel disc. This car should stop on a dime. And overall, this undercarriage is in very good shape. What we'll do now is we'll lower the car down to the ground and fire up that 454.